It's 7.
KCHW made possible from Fearing Brothers Honor. Fearing Brothers is an officer for telling house 3 or by phone at 414 WFM. Brother for support in Vince County.
KCHW.
To Mike's community round. Mike.
Hey, good morning. How are you? You're Jack.
Why's that?
Oh, bread and
well, put too much bread. Yes. Up here of nowhere rain. Went growing yesterday. I don't know if it's the fact that really increasing that mumbling across the street. But by the time I got here, wow, it was ridiculous. Shopping last night, $100. So type business because there's not a lot of mainstream corporate here. It's more that are like throughout the state and that type of stuff. So I have a place called BJ, and hardly got anything. $100. I think I had one box, had like a couple boxes of crack, things like that. It was absolutely crazy. Walk out there and the food.
So, how are you at a hospital store?
Same the distance to Spokane, about 50 miles. You know, and it's better cruising than interstate, 2 lanes direction. There is no traffic here. I don't even if you go down, I think it's about 35. I'm not quite sure on that. I've heard 35. I've heard 50. But now traffic is not nice too. If you want to hit something, it's very first exit in town. So I got about 10 minutes away. Once you hit that freeway, even 5 miles away to town, wide open, not much traffic on the freeway. I was driving in the evening, and I can't, and the entire way from all 41 miles behind me.
Really?
So,
Well, you're we went to town.
Yeah.
Get into that. Getting up in the middle of the night.
I know. And there's the smallest scene in town. There's no chain stores called Hannaford. It's throughout the state. That's our grocery store. Be about the same as our. And I go, maybe everybody's doing that now.
Yeah, we are. Loretta and grocery. We have on a weekly basis because and she I could find it. Still a lot of stuff out there. I'll bet it's at least 15% higher than a month ago.
There's travel, you know, I missed out on that. Getting so you're paying and it could be something that it definitely feels more far out than Washington, even though it's one coast to the other. You really feel like you're further out. The state's very rural. There's over 1 million people in this, and only the bottom half of Maine. It says it in the top half is like the Northwest Territories. Nobody lives there. It's mostly water.
Probably if you just want to get lost, you don't have to go very far.
I don't have to go very far. I go out the backyard. I'm excited because there's 6 acres of woods out there for us. But it is so scary to look at. And I think I have to tie, 100 feet of rope on me, or I might not find my way back. They're way better than in Washington. And lots of industries. Lots of stuff floating there. Yellow pollen, so those pines must release a different kind of pollen, which I haven't built up an allergy to yet. Doctor said about 7 years, and then I'll be sick and move again.
The next it's going south.
Yes, definitely desert. Definitely. So, I have allergies, and especially at night. You go outside, it seems gloomy at night. You get really stuffed up, but I had to dish that you got and working. Yeah. I'm here and I'm not sick. It's a good thing. So.
There's no delay, none. It's been
and I'm kind of set up here. I've got a board and all that kind of stuff. I've done a cool studio here. My camera, and I've got 1, 2, 3 computer screens, a mixing board. Somewhere. Cool. That these controllers running through the board there in I also have the just backing here.
Really? Well, you know what is it's so clean and organized.
Oh, plenty of roadblocks to work through, hums, different things. Just through extra body.
Right.
I think when we not audio, or it might go over web feed to a YouTube. So we had to make some, and if you music playing or intro music, cut it out.
Good. Super.
Yeah.
All right.
Just for we today for a high of 6 under cloudy sky. Have drop it to a 5% tonight. A few clouds tonight. Your Thursday cloudy, just a 16% chance, 75 and 59. So not bad. 71 and 56 with afternoon showers, 30%. Now you got a third both Saturday and Sunday. Saturday partly cloudy, 73 and 50, and Sunday 67 and 48. And look at the extended forecast. I do not see a day for you guys showing up through June 22nd.
Your forecast changed. I saw last night. Last night they said Saturday was supposed to be a 60% and Sunday a 50% rain and thunderstorms. Just in that what that off the Pacific, the lows and drop.
And it's like going across the country because basically got look. I have but the temperatures are relatively the same, and have a sunny day next. Today, looking at tonight and down to 51. So from coast to coast, consistent.
Like, you know me, I always look at the ball, and the moist, smoking it.
Yeah, and I got here not a state that has forest fires, and I was here put out a forest fire warning because spring had started out so rough. They're not. I was really never had a warning now, because of the grass over the winter, and that we had conditions and hadn't had a lot of rain, but spring finally arrived. I think from last week when I was talking about, there's string wait for what I found out, and that is the dragonflies come eating all the other bugs.
Killer dragonfly. I can see the movie now.
It's the buggiest I've seen in my entire life. Oh wow! I mean, bugs are absolutely crazy. I'll trade off, that tree setting and all that kind of. There's always a trade-off for everything. Bug bites are, and there's one that leads shooter marble, and we pretty nasty. I lead. That's how vicious the bite. Just dreading getting one on my face.
You'll either be on your, or on your nose, you know that.
Yeah. The day was buzzing me, and I was like swinging at it, and so when I realized rack in my right, there was a bug. Oh, I got one. I got a bad one. Only the license tested the right. I can't read that. Which eyes to the left, read all the lines, and look. You need one eye.
With a patch. It's into your pirate mode.
It's the right side of my head started to age here on the right network, and now the eye. So at some point, I must have took an impact there. So
Right.
All right, enough of that. Made it there. I know you've got a lot of community events going on. You emailed Michelle and I about one on the air for you, and I forwarded it to her. And just a reminder for you to use that radio station email, and other people can too if they have announcements they want. KCHW Radio, Yahoo, or you can go to our website, khw.org, and you can just click on the Contact Us page, and a form's going to pop up. You can even attach a flyer to that form if you have one and send that to us. And Michelle might out and put it in the window.
Okay. Yeah, I forgot all about that. You used to do all that. Now I got to do more.
Yeah. It's like somebody called me and they forgot about the time change. They were having computer problems, and they called me at I think it was 1:20 in the morning my time, and I hadn't turned off my phone. And I said, it's a 3-hour time difference. You need to call Michelle. She gets paid for this. And you know how hard it is to go back to sleep and woke up.
Oh yeah, exactly.
But I'm glad. I am happy that with this, like you're saying, modern tech, log into the computer and so that's kind
of yeah. That's always astounded me. Where you can hand your computer over to whoever's working on it, and then you'll there. That the first time they did, it was work related, and it was kind of like I can't control. I don't know what to do.
Now, here's a public service warning for that kind of stuff, too, because those scammers will use the same kind of software that we do. And they'll call you up, and one of the popular things to do is say, because people forget what they signed up a year ago for antivirus.
Right.
I always put that Avast free antivirus on, and so you should never be if you're using Avast, but you'll get things. Your Norton antivirus, your McAfee antivirus expired, and especially if you happen to have one of those, is to click on the email, click on that pop-up, and what you're going to do is you're going to hand over probably that remote access to your computer and give them a backdoor right into your computer. I've had friends, he sat there and was watching the on his computer and then realized that he had opened the browser and was in. So, you have a pop-up like that coming up on your computer that isn't coming from your antivirus of a web. It's I would say 99.999% of the time is a scam, not for up a pop-up that says you've got a virus or anything like that. So those pop up and it's a scam and it says you've got a virus. Call this scam. Never ever.
Yeah. You know the antivirus is at the end of every.
Okay.
Just telling you the number of things.
Oh yeah.
I mean, it was like 13,000.
Wow.
And but I don't. Computers protect. What I mean by that is I don't do it for a lot. But it just blows me away. And the number of cookies that try to get it.
Of cookies. All right. So there's my for your computer to you're
well, that's coming up on this Saturday, June. It's called and basically twisters the special center for death and the paragliders and stuff like that. And one of the things I don't know was how popular Chihuahua is, and the around Chihuahua where they will be. So basically, what's happening is from with they're going to display the day of taking letters and you can ask questions. They're not able to use the hang gliders in the park. We're going to have I'll get it out. The bills will be there or off to their old race venues, and they'll be able to talk to some of the snowmobile riders in the Pacific Northwest. With that, Steve will run out of Republic.
Wow.
And last I heard, we've got a lot of events that are going to be there. I couldn't tell you who they are in the park. And up to me, it's a lot of one of the things that people have a tendency to think about from a recreational standpoint in Chihuahua, 49 degrees north, the that people send advertising on, but one of the things that one of the things working on as far as the chamber goes, as far as a campaign, is Chihuahua does have paragliders, does hang gliders, Sasquatch people trying to fit the Sasquatch, got the ATV or the UTVs, horse riding, boards, fishing, canoeing, kayaking, back into the mud. Have a big bicycle rendezvous where I think they're going to be here 3 days, and there's like 100 bicycle town. It's trailers to do bike rides today. They're like rides, and so look at it that way is to realize I love working in Europe. Big, get involved. A lot of this, the kids can get involved too, but a lot is, how can I do this? So, it's a great job to get people. Park's a beautiful place to do that. Beautifully and a lot of things, and like I'm actually, even with me, I'm going to hobble down there. I'm going to get one of those you can put on your knee, and it's like wander around.
Now, my to pack it in, I think was to pack to the top, go up the trail to the port site, and I think that people watching hang right over the town, that would be a lot of work to keep up. I have seen it a lot, but I've actually seen people climbing those rock on Quartzsite.
Yeah, I think it was actually of where somebody went up the what's happening is we're looking at a of obviously to replace that. And what's happening is all of the things are starting to put in place, so you're not relying on just one thing. And to bring people to a variety of different reasons. So it's not let that down. I knew for a whole lot of people to get out. And it's people are getting out. I mean, so people are saying, "Hey, I haven't seen you again." Hey, yep. In a lot of different places for this event this weekend. So either squares it.
All right. A lot of fun.
It is. Sounds like a great event. So, chamber, we got the first Thursday. Because I can't get in line. I can tell you, most people after 5 o'clock, it's Boo Fest.
To get out when it's going on.
Well, gallery, yeah, thing tremendously because I wanted to see it. To me the other day, unfortunately, he said, the comment I got was, gallery is Whitefish, and Whitefish is a small ski town, small northwestern. The nice art. Only had a pop. We're going to call it this, like, where we had 3 artists there as well, or and our 3 artists went with Colville from the Wheel. So Ryan got the Press, which used to be, and was the featured artist up there, and then but yes, Brooks go there for photography, and then gets up and running, the gallery space, going to have a gallery there, and then on March, but I think on June 6th is opening the bistro and more entertainment venue on the Catholic school there. I mean, if you had at least one before you could find a place. It was an opportunity. So uh, we got our finalized the to start, you know, people email I got tonight was full pages of work page to send letters.
Wow.
And for those people who are aware that the summer guide every year 67 that we're sent out. Unfortunately, it doesn't have a drop off. They're reading that up, and it looks like it's a huge. And if you work for a chamber agreement with Lifelight Northwest, that you go into the chamber and you've got to get the gym. You know, you can chamber it's called. How do I get these? Because I want to get an incentive for employees for excellent work. You know, that day and bucks as incentive, and we still have 42 or 43 businesses to redeem those to.
And I remember to tell you, thank you for chamber before, because last week I really got to eat at a lot of places and didn't have to worry about kitchen. So thank you, Mike.
You're welcome. Experience.org. That's getting it's out. Work in progress, but website. You go in there, it's got the under. I mean, I don't memorize activities that you can do around Chewelah, and there's links to link back to the various organizations. I think golf's in there, and you know, there's just get the Chewelah that working on that and on and really start. That's actually the centerpiece. So common branding, common theme across various platforms. Sending the message. You know, we've been in business for so long. Easier to get all these creative. Yeah, I think it's up and they've vendors and have the weather have been the best of the last two Fridays. It's you know how it is through town hard.
If you're rolling through Canada or something like 395, there's no way you're going to miss that market. I mean, I can imagine what's going on.
Exactly. I mean, it's you know where people are coming in, you know, like the guys and is it
Yeah.
And the school bus driver done to be there consistent. I mean, it's a lot of vibe going on. It's effective. I mean, so that district or like gallery we had in there, and it was. I want to thank Lynn and John and all marketing stuff, things like that, from their own business. We're going to work with that because COVID kind of shut that down for practical purposes, so we're going to have to reopen. And to use our business been the cultural center for the city of Chihuahua. We're going to make that really more dynamic.
Is that where your guys, the office spaces as well?
Yeah, we're there. And start out sharing with everybody else for a period of time until they get moved to a different location. So it's where we'll hold meetings, things. Want to expand out the musician spotlight, because advisors. So we've stages of that. Around the hard part, you have multiple organizations in one particular place, and then working on a calendar that everybody can feed into. So basically, if all the like that's going to do it, if you want links to the calendar for the organizations, so they become side of it, people in it, and then every organization is responsible for their updates. The chamber does Sandy it's only as good as the information
We're not getting all the different sources.
We're consistent at the same time. I mean, we try to tell people to get everything to them by Wednesday. It shows up like Friday at 1, for Saturday.
You said that Brandon's going to be heading up, Mr. Hanson?
Yeah.
I want to say this quickly too, and maybe you can help me with it with a little guilt tripping. I did send in a text last night and said, please come back to Friday morning radio show. So, help me with the pressure.
Okay, right. He's on the marketing committee for the chamber now. So I'll bug him on that because I think
but I think that fits with his real job. So I think by him spending time on the job, that's the land.
Yeah. I agree with you. But
so let's say, why aren't you back on the radio, Brandon? It's been a couple years.
I'll bring it up next Thursday because we have a standing call every week, the first and third Thursdays of the month for the marketing committee. Usually this last week he couldn't make it because he was at a job fair, but
he is also one of the most clever guys in Chihuahua, so he's fun to have on the radio too.
Talk about clever. I tell you, ad committee, which is investigation marketing for the chamber. Michelle's on it now. Don Wilson's on it, and Melissa Elling. Edition. I mean, I'm sitting listening to him last week, and Michelle's a good example. Well, if you do the when you bring it down, I mean, I'm not a tech person. Let's talk English here.
It always boggles me of how many Chihuahua's got a ridiculous amount of nonprofits anyways. I don't think I've seen a town of that size, so many community organizations. And you always talk about places being volunteering out so that organizations have a hard time. The amount of people in the town that do step up and volunteer for things like we're talking about, even the radio station, it astounds me that people come forward in that town. We might say, there's not enough volunteers here, aging out, but overall, it's pretty impressive for a small town like Chihuahua to have first community that try to serve the community. The fact that it's all people reach my heart.
Well, yeah. that's impressive about I moved here. It, and the comment on the air about aging out thing, and I think volunteers look at some of the people are doing time to do all that, and so they don't do anything. And the issue is, sure, a lot because they've been doing it for a long time, so it's on autopilot. But it doesn't mean that they can't come in and add to it. And I'm seeing that with the committee for the chamber. The newer people are getting on board, the Brandons and the Michelles, Johns and Melissas, and I mean, they bring dynamic, and they move. They're going to be taking over a lot of the roles, and frankly, making them better. Because you have a tendency to do because you're comfortable with it, and occasionally they to kind of upset to make it move forward. It's kind of like the only constant in life change, and if you refuse to recognize that, you're going to die. And so, and I think as people have moved into the area, they're getting, familiar with the area and where they can put their skill sets to work. I see a really super dynamic in the next 3 to 5 years.
Well, we look around and we make complaints about the Coasties moving into town. But those Coasties, let's take an example. The actor brings an amazing skill set to your PR experience and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
And bring that to the table for our little town. And
right.
So,
yeah.
I don't think those from the coast, they got some value, and a lot of them are willing to give us free. So. That hillbilly from Montana, though.
Well, in a lot of places, take the boy out of Montana, take out of the boy.
I picture like high school. You played football, right?
No, I didn't.
Because I played football, and you take half the line, and everybody being scared of getting hit. All right. So now that you say it, though, I'd be more scared if I told
you. Well, the early days I was happy, you can probably guess, but I was in better shape. Well,
either one. Today I'm to about your waist, so.
Well,
happens.
I was 6'2" pounds, and I worked on a farm and a ranch, and I was a kid going that type of thing. But I could say I wanted to
and you still wrestle, right?
Yeah. Wrestle with the dog in the wind.
Retta probably wins too.
True too. All right. A couple of quick things. And reviews on that. And all new lighting. So, when it gets dark, the solar powered, and so the lights come on. So they're out there. So who's very go over consulting company over the one was look at the menu, see if it's moving, and it was a good weekly specials. There's one for the entire week and Saturday, like pasta or steak thing. Golf is going on 50. 80 last year was just it was a challenge. there were only spots available. So, if you really get and we did that process on the day, because if people weren't registered, you said for you got to use this now. So that's on, and next 21st and Friday, and they're stations with volunteers, and on Friday it's they and carts. On Friday, I mean, doing 5 years. Basic hot dog the entire time. Actually, but, no, that's a great time. Of course.
But a side question, of course, have for adults. Somebody said to me that only done pod golf in their life. Have besides taking on a course with this is what like available for people that are in golf.
Couple of things. One is, and so what's a golf ball? How do you move the angle of your club to? And there's people in the golf shop that do that. A couple of the night is 3 o'clock, and that's fun. Those people don't even but it's really their course, which is it's very flat, and then they also have kind of driven special as you come on beyond the patio. It's I'm one who was allowing me to do it. I'd be there on Friday night just because I like the idea of not having to keep score. You do if you can, because they're not. It's kind of like you play, get up, pictures close enough. And they have for more chronological. They do 2. So just see me with anybody to go people. That type of thing. There's a fair amount you can come out and just use the putting green and the chipping green, the driving range, and I became involved up there. You can use your driving range off of grass, and the other 4 is the mat. That's out on the driving range. About your they pretty up around side, but if you're a better golfer, absolutely.
And a few golf courses that have more than 18 holes, right?
We're the only one in Western Washington. 27 holes. The course was the original course at 1968. Because he had our years ago. They added another 9 holes, and then eventually another 9 holes. There's actually 2 courses that you can always time. In fact, on the 9th side, you need to call ahead and show. So wide open. And we we did this year is rates to play golf after 2:00 in the afternoon. People want every day, 7 days a week, or 2:00 in the afternoon. And especially the 9-hole side, you know, if you want to come out after work, it's daylight now. You know, it's usually the same. Well, maybe we got, you know, it doesn't 9 o'clock.
No,
Yeah, so,
we're right around parallel, so about the
yeah.
same. Yeah. Throws me off. I came to break news. They mentioned that it was 11, and that was way off for Chila. I'm real late.
You're like, you're at the beginning of the time zone. That?
Yeah, I know. I need some dark curtains because the sun.
Oh, yeah. The same thing to put in the bedrooms in our house because it's bright outside. So, cool thing, a lot of stuff. I'm sure I missed something, and remind me to talk at the very end. Go to June 11th at night. Live music. If you want to be there.
Right. All right. Weekend in the park. I'll just be right.
That's right. Yeah. Yeah.
The best of it. It's cool that's happening. Hey, Mike Benz, his home up at the country club. Prop around a wheel. All right. Scratch your throat. She said she's listening. We have no club calendar for a local birthday. Back for break. For you though, stand by part of your KCHW show. We'll start bits and breaks around public radio.
It's 8:06.
Lights. 102.7 KCHW. Deweyla, Springdale. Well,
Your KCHW made possible by donation for God-fearing Brothers Auto Center. Specializes in service, including and of tires, make glass, offer towing, out on the corner of Highway 395 and Main Street. Auto Service Center at 806 East Main. Find them online at godfearingbrothers.com. 5 and thank God for support public radio in county.
The public students from across Indiana watching on Saturday action on gun violence
test in cities across the state and the chapter of the goal is to push safe
indicators for those have
allowed handguns with permit. If were previously carrying a handgun, permitting essential to before other states have adopted.
The report says the leading death of teens an average of 100 a year. An emotional. The actor made an appeal for gun control measures. He asked the law to be better. We should that live as they really have for the Biden administration. History of postal home our explains until recently indigenous recourse.
Fair Housing Act has helped. For data from 5% homes, nearly 60% of says the pandemic and current housing crunch have made this worse.
Housing
as a development corporation leaders economic development. Otherwise, for a more
program was 37 of loans. Hospital they are and all stay serious.
Hospital pay sometimes as much with hospital now responsible for all of the Health Baptist High Medical Center. Dr. James says the pandemic stresses that were put on health systems are
left with we're all struggling.
According to the U.S. Health, need to fill 200 nursing positions every year.
With original reporting, university education and state university degrees
return students, adults, should degree in part from their own knowledge. Nicholas said former students anywhere from 2 to 40 plus years ago.
I think programs, but have someone that has, if that's going to.
I'm Emily Scott.
As Brown was rain. Hope this will designate the area under the 1806 Antiquities Act.
Did anyone feel
having public access to enjoy surrounding
community. In a letter to Biden on Tuesday, confirmed his commitment to protecting national
for listener support those stations, podcast platform, and .org.
Just following.
At New Health, residents of Stephen, Ponderay, and Ferry counties, with clinics in Northport, Loon Lake, Dale, and Mount Falls. Care we offer in-person care and mental health visits, as well as patient mailing options. COVID-19 available. New patient and mobile including Apple Health Plan, TRICARE, and insurance. Contact New 9 That number again is 5035604. Schedule or visit our site at newhealth.org for information. Healthcare and communities in town since 1998.
Good morning. Thanks for joining us for part of KCHW. You're live with Mike Stila and live from Lane, Maine. We're going to get started. Did do a shout out to Michelle. Hoping he would give us local birthdays for Michelle. And roll those local in the city of Chihuahua.
So, you know, it's really...
Okay. Sorry to interrupt you.
Fine.
Make one up.
Studying.
All right, so we jump to Mike Ben, start us off with birth for 8th.
I will. Actually, one of my favorite actresses, Kathy Baker, is 72.
All right.
No smart remark from you.
I don't even know who she is. So.
Oh. So, who's the guy?
Yes.
Okay, there. This is my name. Kathy Baker was his wife. It was also writing emails and
okay.
All right. Okay. All right. This is something you probably do know.
Yes.
Gilbert. Okay. Adams. Actually, one of the funniest guys, in my opinion, Keenan Wayne. Is Julian Margals is 5. Dan.
It's fun.
Oh yeah. Who's your name? What the hell? Somebody that everyone is 35. West. Maria Mouse is 44, and first daughter Ashley Biden is 41.
That doesn't seem quite right, but then I realize we have.
That's right. Right?
I think he's that old. He just looks like. Shot. The history. It's called "It Happened Today" for 8th. Started off in 1953. Supreme Court not refuse service. In 1968, James Earl Ray was arrested for the. In 1968, he retired from his uniform during Day Stadium. On 1984, one big deal. We go by theaters. National Security Oliver North testified that Iran to shred documents. Oh. The Pentagon could talk.
You know,
a lot. Let's see. 2009, broke stealing $10,000 plus. He then wore that cap at his next burglary when residents returned home and chased him away. Arrested, identify him from the dead. Right, 2008 U.S. price for a gallon of gasoline topped. Then it went back down. You know, before they were under $2 a gallon here in Maine.
They were. Yeah, but you know, it's on a basis. Even back in the 60s, it's about the same. A gallon, it was.
Yeah.
Today, if you want to do 20, it's less.
I've been trying to touch off that because from a car, we got 18 miles an hour to a car here in Maine. It's 36 basically. So I'm still paying.
Right.
Kinda. All right. 16 down northwest of Madrid lost its poop. The town had launched a campaign to people up to their dog of their civic duty. The local inflated about 10 feet wide and over tall. The town it was probably stolen. Wasn't me. 20 former astronaut Katie Sullivan came from the point of the ocean deep in this trench. Formerly, she was the first American woman to spacewalk. Oh, very cool.
Really? Wow.
Oh, yeah. Moonwalk.
Or
walk. Walker. All right. Events for the day.
Well, let's start out with Tuesday.
Aww.
Oh, yeah. So make a list. Oh, okay.
List right now.
Okay. Well, let's move on to Jelly Donut Day.
That's the thing we can all get started with.
That's right. Yeah, exactly. My favorite. Least jelly donuts. I never really liked those. I suppose you do.
I do. I'm all jelly.
Then we're going to move on to real uplifting day.
Okay.
World Tumor Day. Then we had a lame special event day.
I know, but that World Oceans Day, that's an important thing. Means our planet's in trouble. All right. Number of the day is 14 million. American students are in schools, police, medical counselor, psychologist, or social worker. What?
I got to read that again. That didn't make sense.
So, 14 million school with in the school. No counselor, no nurse, no psychologist, no social worker.
Those were priorities there, huh?
Yeah. We should probably not get into that, right? All right, on to breaks if you're following along with me this morning. First up, what old commercial still makes head? years later. Do you have one?
Oh, plop, plop, fizz. Oh, what a really fit is.
I had the other day. That. All right. Here's
yesterday.
No.
No. This one blank.
Well, maybe.
Subway, right?
Yeah, you'll probably never vote again. And then my personal baby back ribs, Chili's, baby back ribs.
I don't remember that one at all.
Really? Yeah. And then my made it a classic. Yeah, added into his Austin Power movie. Let's see. My Tony has a first name. What's that name?
O-S-K-R.
Right.
Why?
And I don't necessarily go for this brand of coffee. But, is the best Folgers in your.
Speaking of Tony, I know you remember Lola's.
Lola's.
The food truck by Quartzsite.
Oh yes.
She now has bologna sandwiches.
Oh, that's dangerous.
Oh, it's good though. You know, love those.
That few asking for those. Will you make a fried bologna sandwich? And I was like, I've never made a fried bologna sandwich, but I have now. All right. So, let's see. How to choose where she's hungry? Now she should go eat. For Scott, he got options. She rejects them. Pick any place, and she throws it to you.
There's a decision.
Oh, that's the same thing when you're. Guys say this. All right, I have chosen the one place I know you want to go. Can you guess what? Then whatever she say.
Right.
Ah, that's tricky. All right, he's been around the block a few times. It's the most ridiculous questions ever asked. Mike and job. Or Mike asked.
Hey. Oh, some of these have got HR written all over them.
Yeah.
First one, are you planning on having children? That's a straight ticket to a in jail time.
Things you can't interview.
Oh, Scott, what emoji best describes you?
That would be the one.
What is your
man.
Okay. All right. Okay. Well, I the job said X amount of salary, but it's actually part-time salary. Is that okay?
I believe that just happened to.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay. You know what the big move now is the work week.
Yeah, I saw that.
Actually, it's for a while. Actually, they're work 40 hour day, 64 hours over that you can sell. From what I understand, the only rule is your work done.
Yeah, the test was their productivity.
Yeah.
But motivated, 3 days off and work done. That's my guess.
Positions that's not able to do that, but there's a lot of amount you can. And like, I remember I went to the 4 10-hour days and a lot of and if you think about it, 10 hours is different than 8 hours a day. But you get
you know, I really enjoyed had go. It's morning drive, midday, afternoon drive, and quite places worked at where I got full out only for a day.
But once you got who cares?
Yes, yeah.
People, somebody that's on, they say, well, I want, what do you get a job? Well, first of all, you should know that. Second of all, if they've done what you who cares? I mean, I know what you mean. With that, they never had me. But I did business plan. I had to owe up to it. If I didn't make a business plan, I probably wouldn't have a job.
More stupid questions actually asked.
Oh, color is a cardboard box, Scott. Does that have a smiley face?
Yes.
Okay, imagine you get a job for 2 months. What don't we like? Okay. Cereal.
Wow.
Lucky Charms.
Oh, there you go. I like that. I'd be Lucky Charm.
I'd be probably, I don't know, something.
It's not very exciting. Pick another one.
That's right.
All right.
Okay. All right. I don't want to talk about your resume. Tell me about the real you.
Don't do that.
Okay. All right. How many basketball in this room?
That'd be fun just to ask her in the interview process. Basically, what?
But okay, all right. If you could be any meal, what would you be and why?
Pizza, because everybody loves pizza.
Invent any color, what would it be, and what would you name it?
Wow. I've always wanted to do at a job interview was say, do you have any questions for me? I would love to have done it. Say, what do people like about working? Maybe start off with what do people like what don't they like about working? And I'd like to interview a couple of employees about what it's like to work here. I think that would be, nobody's for that'd be totally fair. Yeah. Up a couple of their movies and find out what it's like to work there, especially now where it's a job where you choosy.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I used to, of course, interview a lot of people. One of the I interviewed a lot of times too. And I remember the old. I sat down with somebody years ago and they handed me and they said, "You got 2 minutes to sell me this pen." And I reached over and I grabbed the pen. And I said, "How much is this pen worth to you to complete your job today?" Reverse the tactics, and I went to another job where it required me to have a suit on. I wore like a pale curtain. And I'm sitting here interviewing this gal, or she's interviewing me. What's really bothering me is, why did you wear this shirt instead of a traditional white shirt and tie type thing? And I said, it's this position, don't you want me to start?
Cool.
They did the job. So,
nice. I've got a fun one. Right? You. Only normal activity can make during the day suspicious at 3 a.m. All right? Thing that might do during just when he does it at night goes to a van. Playing Pokemon Go, just standing at a spot, slowly stopping again. Yeah, that's like that creepy clown thing on the side of the road.
Right.
Another thing that looks fun when Mike does it at 3 a.m., digging a deep ground. Trash bags. Another thing that looks suspicious when Mike does it. Well, I'm mowing the lawn. The most suspicious thing Mike does at 3 Sunday. Things.
The morning at 3, not 3. And it was after dark. It wasn't super. And neighbor, you want to for that thing?
We're to watch TV. Right. All right, a few fun games. Questions that we are going to throw at Mr. to tell his brains working to do this each week.
The following closed captioned for the thinking.
Ask you. I want to have it immediately.
All right. First question: over the course of lifetime, stand still for about 20 years. It's part of your body. What part of your body is it? Over the course of your lifetime, it will stand for 12 years.
Your hair.
Would qualify though.
Good.
Something.
Still years.
You never guess.
Your heart.
You go it right between beats. If you add it all up over your lifetime, your heart's not doing. Less about 200. What is it? No, sir.
Oh. See, I cleaned that up.
So, I think blue eyes. That's right. All right, 20 seconds. I'm going to give you 6 words. All right. Words that begin your mark.
Please. Blue. Boy. Plum.
What do you say, blue? Is that?
I believe it is.
All right. Double mind games aren't going to work with me today.
Okay.
All right. My Price is Right. What the answer is? You got brown dessert with brown icing on the outside. Yeah.
Okay, chocolate cake.
Oh, how you? Double word start with K. Super kids. Not
okay.
Someone care deeply about. And the superhero by all that.
Wonder Woman.
There you go.
I did pretty good.
You did. I can't believe you got hung up by the knock-knock joke, though.
Yeah.
Though. All right, a couple more things from Bits and Breaks. 10% couples considered splitting up over this. All right, here's the list, and you're going to pick which one is that 10% of couples splitting up.
Good.
His boring, her obsession with shoes. Which one do you think 10% of couples have considered splitting up over?
Shoes.
No second chance.
Oh, snoring.
kind of mad if you had your wife wants to leave you.
Well, Lynn is famous for saying that Lisa snores so bad she'd leave up and go to a different. I retired and it all went away.
Boy.
So stress related. So if I say that's key, something stressing me out.
Okay. All right. 4 things you didn't know yesterday, Mike. 500 hours of video are uploaded to YouTube every minute. We're doing it right now. 500 hours of video every minute. Imagine their servers. Buildings just full of. Americans toss 40 billion plastic knives, forks, and spoons. We need to stop doing stores. New plant-based.
Yeah,
so
you're starting to see actually. I'm actually
more durable.
Yeah, and it's frankly, I'm get the
Soap is the most commonly used hotel, the tea and closet. And the last one, this one, total sense. White House uses 50 rolls of toilet paper. Before we go to news, reason Scott is still single. Right?
He's got a new location. He's got a new car. He's starting to wear plaid. He's starting.
No.
No.
All right.
Oh, okay.
All right. These are my best responses to why I will say just lucky, I guess. Now it's be alone than in bad company. I like this one. Voices in my head get jealous. I have the social skills of a spoon. And the last one, the last best response I give when people ask why I'm still single, supply chain issue. Uh-huh. All right, so let's do that thing we do, wrap up the show today with odd news.
Put some bacon on a biscuit and let's go. We're burning daylight.
It's the world strange. A world gone wacky.
Out here, due process is a bullet.
And some of the scariest people on the planet.
I think you're bluffing. Be afraid. You know, you look mighty pretty when you get mad.
It's your odd news on KCHW.
Just sit back and enjoy the show.
Oh, we always start off with the news attack where the first story is true. The second part is an attempt at a bad joke. And as I was scrolling to the right position, just the title from one of our news and nugget stories we didn't get to do would qualify for odd news. And it says SpaceX mission to ISS postponed over propellant problem. Okay. The real news attack, Mike Bentz, will you kick it off?
Okay, well, you know, I didn't realize they'd have this, but it doesn't surprise me. They're a footwear show.
Okay.
In New York, actually, you're not too far. You can go to this.
You can go to this.
It's underway in New York. It's happening now.
Ooh.
It's where 300 footwear manufacturers. Unfortunately, it's often blamed for being round zero launch of products.
Oh. I was told, and I know, because people complain about that products just aren't what they used to be, or they're not made well. I ordered a pair of shoes off Amazon. I was hiking boots, because all the world's here hiking, so I figured I needed some good hiking boots. So I got the shoes, and when I opened the box, I mean, the shoes were awesome. I put them on; they're great. I was totally in it is 2 pairs of shoes. So when you wear it, because that's usually one of the first things that goes on a pair of shoes. And then a pair of socks, brand new, in go along with the shoes. A little card that said go on Facebook and send a message, and we'll give you a 1-year warranty on your shoes replacement, no questions asked.
Right.
Wow. Where do you see stuff like that anymore? Somebody that it said a small family-owned shoe company that would actually stand behind products and stuff. So I was totally amazed. It was called Foxelli.
No.
Foxelli, Foxelli was the name of the company. I never heard of them before. What a great shoe and what a great deal. So some things are well out there. You just got to dig to find them.
Right.
Enjoy this crock. A new study warns that damage our brains. Oh, explains so much. The news can come at the worst time. Parents everywhere having kids being home school for this summer. Whoops.
Okay, it was 15 years ago, but his life is right. Here's some breaking news. A 98-year-old invited to the cast.
Oh, he's 98. Why don't we just elect him president?
Yeah, that would go well with the prices, right?
Yeah. Now the resupply ship to the International Space Station has been over. Sorry, G, but Thursday underwear is going to be a little less this year in that tie.
Okay. I can't believe this one happening. The UK held their wedding reception in Wales where they first met. Yeah. Okay. Nice, but after seeing Max and Gordon, find out her new husband was more of a small.
Ow!
Wow! Ooh, stabbed in the front.
Apple's new medications feature for iPhone and iOS users to manage medication, vitamin supplements, and warn of interactions. Sorry, Mike, but I suggest you not make Flintstone guys the central pillar.
Okay, well, summer's going to begin here in a couple weeks.
It's always around my birthday.
Oh, okay. That's because you're such a shiny person.
That's right. I'm hot.
Okay. Because my snowboard now starts on the first bowl, but my lawnmower won't start at all.
Summer begins soon.
Yeah, I have actually. I heard that earlier.
Yeah, the batter against his roof. And last one.
Oh, okay. Man in India was kicked off the plane for being other passengers demanded to be kicked off. The smell wasn't coming from the back of the plane where they were making the in-flight meals.
Oh, is there like an Indian food joke anywhere there?
No.
No. Yeah, okay. Are you sure? I was looking for something. I can't remember. All right, let's move on to wacky, but we don't add anything to these stories. But sound kicked off. Man arrested come out of Florida. Animal while he was walking around hell on Tuesday. Around 1 in the morning, the 49ers walked in the garden of the Sarasota County Motel when he noticed he learned it was an alligator and it bit him. He spent a few hours in the hospital. He will survive gator bite.
Think of the story.
Can I pet your dog?
Oh,
not my dog.
Where's the leash?
Yes.
Okay. Well, this is
okay.
A courthouse in upstate New York was closed for fumigation Tuesday after hundreds of cockroaches were released during an altercation that broke out at an arraignment.
Wow.
Ooh, court arrested 34 charges related to the altercation, including disorderly conduct, obstructing government administration, and tampering with physical evidence.
Wow. So she actually had to plan that, right? To bring the cockroaches in, and if things went south, you're going to release these?
Going to release, yeah.
All right.
Then call for a mistrial. Cockroaches took over.
All right. Now a word from the police officer in the courtroom.
The only good bug is a dead.
Yes. All right. Another bug story. Greek woman went to the doctor complaining of headaches, learned that they were caused by a spider that made a home in her ear. When the doctor looked in her ear, he was surprised to find an actual web and a spider crawling around. Woman suffered no injury from having the creepy crawler in her room. She was a little startled when the doctor said this, though.
You kill anything that has more than 2 legs, you get me?
And I don't know if you remember, Mike, or if you've heard before, that actually happened to me. No joke.
Really? A spider?
No joke. I woke up from a nap, and my eyes are watering, my ears ringing. I don't know what's going on. I get up, I grab a Q-tip, shove it in my ear, move it all around. Still happening. Luckily, I never squashed it. When I shake my head, I'm laying on the bed, and I got something trying to. I feel it coming out, and then it hits my arm, and I go look at it, and it was when I jumped in the hospital. No. Yeah, I don't like bugs.
I can imagine.
Though, more room in her head than mine. She actually had a web. All right. Barking dog and sneakers.
Oh, okay. A couple of reported.
There's a missing word in that story, too. Sorry.
A couple in China reported a break-in at the home. Stole a pair of wedding rings valued at over $5,000.
Wow.
Officers reported footprints at the crime scene and matched them to those popular. You got it.
You caught it.
After a series of interviews, police learned that around the time of the burglary, a neighbor's dog had started barking. Footage from a security camera near the barking dog revealed the couple from the area of the break-in. And one of the men was wearing the sneakers. Ooh, the suspects were soon identified, and the men were picked up.
Oh, man.
Where did you get that dress? It's awful, and those shoes and that. Jeez.
And last one. In Brazil, a guy was involved in a dispute with a former business associate over a failed investment. Situation deteriorated quickly until the two got into a big fight when the man attempting to throw his former business associate out of a 6th-floor window. The man managed to escape and called police. When the police went over to talk to the man, they discovered interesting on his laptop, a detailed 11-step plan to kill his former friend. Wow. Tossed out a window.
A parachute to his side. Being caught in the gears of a combine. That's the way I want it.
Anybody used to be a financial analyst. Anybody ever tried to toss you out a window?
Nope. Never.
Good deal.
We always had ground floor.
All right, that is our show for today. Thank you so much for being here. Round of applause for Mike Benson, his community round. And Mike close out with a reminder.
I did. I'm going to remind everybody that this Saturday, June 11th, there's going to be Soar into Summer in the park. It's we got beer, burgers, brats, live music, paragliders, hang gliders, snowmobilers. Scott might show up as a Sasquatch. You name it. It's all the alternative recreational opportunities in Coahuila. Be there.
All right. What time does the fun start in the park again?
10 a.m. It goes to 10 p.m. Live music will start at 7.
All right. There you go. One more time, Mr. Mike Benson, live from Coahuila. He's Scott Allen, live from Lincoln. Thanks for tuning in this morning. Don't forget, tomorrow it gets a little crazy. I love Thursday. It's your Three Amigos Thursday. The return of Chuck Ritchie, Alan Milani, and me, myself. That is tomorrow, right here on KCHW, 7:20 your time. And I leave you with these very important words.
I hate goodbyes.
Yeah.
Like I picked the wrong